frequency of each neural pathway, once it's identified, it is assigned a number. Okay? If you went to Google and typed in OakWood Hospital, Dearborn, Michigan, caught falsely diagnosing hundreds, if not thousands, of children with epilepsy, and as a result, putting neurocognitive implants to supposedly control the seizures in their brains, and how he was caught. Okay? Then the same doctor went to Saudi Arabia. He fled the country, took off, and was caught doing it out there. Now, you can also go to Google, keep this as a reference point. Okay? Go to Google and type in Freedom Fighters for America, and look at the x-rays and images diagrams that's on this website. You'll see a Terry Parker Jr.'s x-rays back from 1967, 47 metallic implants put in his head under the guise of epilepsy. Same excuse used over 30 years prior. Yeah, for mind control, neural manipulation. Now, this Oakwood Hospital doctor was caught in 2000. He did this between 2007 and 2009, and probably before. He just got caught between those years. Now, what did somebody that I know witness in Dearborn, Michigan in reference to the same exact hospital and what they were doing with women and young men as well, as a result of breaking them down through the expeditions of organized gang stalking and then duping them to go into the same exact hospital? Why would they do that? And were these same individuals that were duped to go into this hospital later and trained for human trafficking? The neurocognitive implants being used as the conduit to aid and abet in the brain entrainment when it comes to the neural processes. See, neural implantation, when it comes to a radio frequency technology, is used to act as a conduit, okay? To aid and abet the remote neural monitoring technology that works hand in hand with the implants, even though implants are not even really no longer needed. At least that's what John Hall states. You can go to YouTube and type in John Hall satellite terrorism. But as far as the neurocognitive implants, they can also be, they're used as a conduit to act as a radio frequency transmitter and receiver. And what it does is that as a result of any neural pathway that is created, a resonance frequency is created when a neural pathway is created. With remote neural monitoring, they identify and mark the resonance frequency that is emitted from each specific neural pathway. Okay, you with me? Now, the frequency of each neural pathway, once it's identified, it is assigned a number. Okay? Well, the radio frequency transmitter, that implant that acts as a transmitter and a receiver, okay, works hand in hand with the remote neural monitoring on one hand that sends a signal to this implant, and then the implant attempts to, what it does is it acts as an attachment to any specific neural network that is stimulated as a result of them knowing the resonance frequency and the number that is attached to each resonance frequency that is pertaining to each neural network. And I think what the neural implant acts as the stimulator. It aids and abets in reference to programming, transmitting, receiving, and stimulating. My name is Leslie Williams. When you come to understand the factual realities concerning brain entrainment, classically conditioned neural networks that include thought processes, evoke potentials, and then any resulting motor cortex associated behaviors, once they're classically conditioned and reinforced, they're identified and marked using remote neural monitoring, and then can be stimulated back in real time on any date, multiple times in one date. Yeah, in order to bring all of the conscious thoughts that are in the specific neural pathway and all the associated motor cortex behaviors that are attached to the same specific neural pathway. So we're looking at literal, total, 100% mind control. Now, if you go to Google and type in Ramona Lopez, she's a California target of organized gang stalking. Look at how she's talking about electronic weaponry, microchips, and what she was advocating for and who she was exposing. Do the math. This is about sexual exploitation, sexual servitude rings, human trafficking rings, remote neural monitoring, drug trafficking, yeah, and literally neurally enslaving young men, young women, older women, and children for brain entrainment for sexual slavery and neural enslavement for these expeditions. And this is literally what they do. And these two have already gaslighted me. I'm in San Diego, California. I make these videos in order to inform, to expose the wild, vicious animals that are in direct possession of these technologies and what they're doing to innocent human beings. The kind of people that engage in this technology are nothing but wild animals who don't even deserve to breathe the same air that we breathe or walk in the same areas that we walk in. You know, if I wasn't a Christian, I would say that I really honestly wish that these same kind of people could have to experience what targets of this crime experience. To have their bodies sexually exploited. To have all of their future hopes and dreams taken away from them because they're blacklisted from employment. To not even have a car to sleep in because they'll stage vehicle accidents. So a target doesn't even have a car to sleep in once they have them evicted by getting landlords and property owners on board. And through mortgage co-opting, that's where the bank tellers and the bank managers come into play at in these expeditions. And also Agenda 21 is also incorporated within these expeditions because it's about money and control, racketeering, human trafficking. Research at YouTube, gang stalking Beth Donahue in San Diego. She had her home taken away from her. She was an Agenda 21 gang stalking target, and they put her out on the street for eventual mind control for human trafficking. Money off every angle. They took her home, they blacklisted her from employment, and I have no doubt in my mind that they probably burn and trained her for prostitution. How's she going to eat otherwise? Because social services workers are definitely 100% connected to these expeditions, so they come up with maneuvers and schemes to keep a target away from eligibility of services through them, like food stamp cards and stuff like that. So then that's where, after they're put out on the street, that's where then the men are deliberately put along a target's path to offer them money for sex. And that's where the brain entrainment comes in at, the classically conditioned neural pathways. And let's see how long it is before they take me off Social Security. And they'll do it through normal appearing means. Well, you're being reviewed right now, and as a result of you being reviewed, we can't find that you're still disabled. And then they'll slowly take away what food stamps I got right now. These are the maneuvers and schemes and the shell games they play with services in order to put a target out on the street, keep them out on the street, and eventually classically condition them for neural enslavement for human trafficking. And this is literally how they operate. Now, my name is Leslie Williams. If you can imagine these things happening to you as a human being, okay? If they'll do this to children, Google also and type in Erica Gilmore. Thoroughly read her PDF link that you can find online by typing in Erica Gilmore and gang stalking in California. Yeah. Sylvia Almarillis, I don't know if she's still a gang stalking target or not. I know she was when I first came to San Diego. I witnessed some of her videos that are no longer online concerning what she was stating. She disappeared for a while. Then some really crazy videos came back up on her YouTube channel. Okay, and then a couple more came up on her YouTube channel, and none of the older ones are on there anymore. So it's possible they got a hold of her, turned her into a perp, yeah, while she's still acting like a target. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I'd like to know what happened to her old videos. And some of the new videos that are up on her YouTube channel right now have to do with, well, I'll put it to you this way. There's information on her YouTube channel right now that is directly connected to things that are connected to satanic worship, whether she realizes it or not. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams, and I make these videos to inform, to expose. When you correlate, synthesize all the information that I just got done describing to you in this particular video, you'll clearly be able to see, if you meticulously look at it, what I'm talking to you about are factual realities. Now, I strongly suggest you go to YouTube and type in Timothy W. Bioethics Issues. He talks about brain entrainment and neurocognitive weapons, which are the neural implants and remote neural monitoring. And the brain entrainment is the classically conditioned neural networks that they create in order to be able to create them, reinforce them, and then stimulate them once they're identified with remote neural monitoring by stimulating them with remote neural monitoring. My name is Leslie Williams. I make these videos to inform in order to expose. They literally attempted to do this to me in Michigan. Literally. I had to get the hell out of there. That's why I got out of there. Literally, I literally seen young women and young men before my eyes, black and white, being sexually exploited with this technology. Literally. I make these videos to inform, to expose. Thank you.